What is up, guys? It's your boy Jay here from the Movie Minute. I am here today to do a review, non spoiler, for 28 Years Later. Now, originally, I was going to get Chantel to do this, but he has picked up a second job, so there's really no time for him at all to be on this channel, as much as I would love for him to be. Chances are this is probably going to become more of the norm. It's just me doing reviews and reactions. Kind of going back to how I was in the early YouTube days. It sucks, but you know, I have my life that's busy and he's got his, and unfortunately, they just conflict too much for us to ever record together. But we will still be doing one when we see Fantastic Four next month, so look out for that. Um, Now back to the review, which some of you have already clicked off the video for, and I understand why. Um, this is the sequel to 28 Weeks Later and 28 Days Later, two movies that came out like 20 something years ago. I really liked the first one. Like, I only watched the first two like 2-3 years ago because I knew they were making this one, and I was like, oh, I should watch those movies. I heard they're good. And I loved 28 Days Later. It was not what I expected it to be. And also because I like Cillian Murphy now, after watching Peaky Blinders, Oppenheimer. I kind of liked him when he was in the Batman Begins, and that's kind of like the early stuff. But this movie is not 28 Days Later, and it is definitely not 28 Weeks Later. I love the cinematography for this movie. Go iPhone people, even though no amateur can make this movie or type of look to it because they didn't use 500 million iPhones and a rig that probably cost tens of thousands of dollars, if not hundreds of thousands, to build, to make this a reality. But it's not as action-packed as one or two. It's paced a little bit weird. As far as I would want to say, I would kind of I wish they would have built the world up a little more of what has happened since the last movie, because obviously the 28 years later part wildly changes things. I don't know. I enjoyed it enough to want to watch the next one, which comes out 28 weeks later, in January of next year. But I don't know. I feel like they marketed it completely differently than what I had expected. Now, granted, I might go back and watch the trailer again because I feel like there's shots in that were not in this movie. That means that they probably showed us things from the next movie slightly, like mixed in there. But I enjoyed it. It's definitely not a zombie movie I've ever seen before. It works way differently. It makes sense. Spoiler alert: there are a lot of naked zombies in this. Like most, if not all of them, are nude. So fair warning: you're going to see a lot of silhouetted, shadowy. You're going to see a lot of penis. There's really no way around what I like. I guess I could have said another word, but I'm just being straight up with you here. There's a lot of it because it's like very fast-paced shots, but you see it. Because obviously zombies, they're not picking out their clothes. 28 years later, most of their clothes are probably torn off by this point, so they're just butt-ass naked zombies chasing people, which honestly, that's more terrifying than zombies that are clothes, I guess, because you're like, nobody wants a naked person running at them, let alone a zombie. But yeah, that's a fair warning. The movie ends really weird. Like, it ends like, I was like, what the? Most people are like that too. This movie's very divisive with people who either really love it or really hate it. I'm not the type that would say I hated it because I enjoyed myself for the 2 hours. But did I love it more than the first two? No. I'd probably give this one like a 4 out of 5 as enjoyment goes. I'm not going to rate the story because the story clearly isn't done because the next one comes out. But it's this one at 4, the second movie at 4.5, and then the first movie at 5 out of 5 is how it goes for me. Because I didn't hate the second one as much as most people seem to. I don't know what everyone hated about that one, but I didn't find it that bad. But let me know what you guys thought down below. What you thought of the movie? Are you excited for the Bone Temple? Because that's the subtitle for the next one. How did how did you feel about Ralph Fiennes' character? I expected him to be way more insane. I also thought I heard that he was like the antagonist for this movie, like the human antagonist, because obviously the zombies are the main antagonist, the force. But he wasn't as bad as I thought he was. I mean, he's definitely insane, but in a like in a I'm surprised this guy is still this sane, like being by himself type of thing. But yeah, let me know what you thought down below. Make sure to give this video a like and make sure to subscribe to our channel. I'm gonna try to upload more. I know I keep saying this; it's like a broken record, but I'm gonna do my best to at least get one video done per week. Sometimes it may be a couple more, depending on how many movies are out or trailer reactions, that type of thing. But until next time, guys, peace out.